Good afternoon, students. Today, I'm going to be presenting an overview of plot and setting. I am creating this video so that you can refer to it any time throughout the year, but especially for this unit on literary devices. Please be sure to write thorough notes. It's your choice what type of notes you would like to take. You can write Cornell notes, outline notes, or a thinking map that is appropriate for this information. And if I'm going too fast or you need to write down all the information on the page, you can simply press pause to write all the information you need and then push play again to continue the video. First, let's review plot. We learned about plot, which means the events that make up a story. Every plot is made up of a series of events that are related to each other. We broke down plot into 5 main sections: the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. In order to study plot, we have been creating plot diagrams that look like this. In the exposition, which is at the beginning of the story, the characters are introduced. We also learn about the setting of the story. The rising action is when the story's conflict or problem starts to build up. The climax is the big event or turning point in the story that changes everything. Usually, the main character might come face to face with the conflict, or the main character will change in some way. The falling action is how the characters react to the climax and when the conflict or problems in the story start getting solved. The resolution is the ending of the story and when the conflict is usually solved completely. For example, when we read All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury, we saw the plot went like this. You can pause the video now to take a closer look at it. We created this plot diagram during our unit on plot. You actually have this in your journals. Now for setting. It is simply when and where the story takes place. As you can see in All Summer in a Day, the setting was when, in the future when people lived in Venus, and where? In Venus, where it rains all the time except for once every 7 years, when the sun comes out for just 2 short hours. You see, the setting creates the background of a story and can affect the problem or conflict as well. If it wasn't for the rain in Venus, Margot would not have been so sad or lonely. In The Bracelet, the setting was extremely important to the story. When did it take place? In the 1940s, when America was fighting in World War II and the Japanese Imperial Army bombed Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Where did it take place? Near San Francisco, California, the state where most of the evacuation and internment of Japanese people took place. Therefore, the setting is when and where the story takes place, and it can create the problem or conflict of a story. That's it for plot and setting. Rewatch this video if you're still unclear about plot and setting and write down any questions you might have so you can ask me in class. Thanks for watching.